Pam Grier is an actress from the United States. She gained recognition in the early 1970s by appearing in a series of reasonably popular films centered around incarcerated women and the blaxploitation genre, including the 1974 movie titled Foxy Brown. Her professional trajectory experienced a resurgence in 1997 following her role in Quentin Tarantino's production titled Jackie Brown. Early life: Pamela Suzette Grier was born on May 26, 1949, in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, to Gwendolyn and Clarence Grier. Shortly after her birth, Pam traveled with her parents in a car as they returned to Colorado. Due to her father's service in the Air Force, the family relocated frequently during her early years. Pam's early memories include instances of facing discrimination in Columbus, Ohio. Pam recalls occasions when buses refused to stop for her and her mother explained that it was due to their racial identity as black individuals. Pam's father, who was of mixed race and could pass for white, encountered a different reception. Initially, the officers at the Ohio Air Force Base offered the family suitable housing, but upon realizing that they were African American, they retracted the offer. Pam noted that events like these deeply affected her father's morale, although he enjoyed being in the Air Force and maintained hope for a brighter future. One of the most significant aspects of her early years involved spending time at the residence of her grandparents, Raimundo and Marguerite Parilla, in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Despite lacking modern amenities such as indoor plumbing and electricity, Pam cherished the opportunity to engage in fishing and cultivate crops away from urban areas. Additionally, she developed a close bond with her Native American uncle, Daniel, who lived an impressive 107 years. Around the age of 6, her primary residence shifted to Denver, where she commenced her education in North Denver. Tragically, during her first year at school, she endured a violent assault perpetrated by 3 older boys. This traumatic incident resulted in her becoming introverted and developing a stutter when speaking. Consequently, she frequently sought refuge in the closet whenever visitors arrived at her home. Following the distressing encounter, her time spent at the rural farmhouse in Wyoming assumed even greater significance. During one of these visits, she approached her uncle Daniel with a request to ride the elderly horse residing in the barn. Despite his warning about the potential danger since the horse was accustomed to pulling a cart rather than carrying riders, Pam patiently waited until Daniel departed before carefully climbing onto the fence adjacent to the horse. Remarkably, the horse displayed gentleness and allowed her to mount it, proceeding to amble across the neighboring fields. Eventually, the horse settled down for a nap, and Pam drifted off to sleep atop its back. When Uncle Daniel discovered them and roused her from slumber, she excitedly recounted her horseback adventure without a trace of stuttering. This experience marked the genesis of her enduring affection for animals. The Grier family was relocated to England by the Air Force for a few years. However, in 1958, they returned to Denver. Pam's mother worked as a nurse and managed to purchase a home for the family at 3555 Eudora Street in North Park Hill. Despite Pam's father's continued Air Force travels, she and her siblings were able to stay in one location for longer durations. At the age of 13, Pam experienced her parents' divorce, leading to her Aunt Menon and 3 cousins moving in with Pam, her mother, and her siblings. Together, they collaborated on housekeeping, tending to the garden, and acquiring repair skills that were previously handled by Pam's father prior to the divorce. During her teenage years, Pam's mother attempted to enroll her in a music academy and horse riding lessons. However, both institutions declined her, potentially due to her race. Nevertheless, Pam's mother found an elderly German woman named Mrs. Heinemann, who kindly offered to provide piano lessons. Pam ultimately joined East High School's newly established Echoes of Youth Gospel Choir, led by Mr. and Mrs. Ryan. The choir gained significant popularity and even received invitations to perform in churches in California. It was through her involvement with this group that Pam developed a deep passion for performing and music. Notably, 3 of the boys who performed alongside her in the choir later went on to form the renowned R&B group Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Breaking barriers in Hollywood. By 1968, Pam completed her high school education at East High in Denver. Throughout her academic journey, she transformed from a reserved individual with a speech impediment to a participant in the Miss Colorado Universe competition, where she competed to financially support her studies at Metropolitan State College. At the Miss Colorado Universe competition, she caught the attention of David Baumgarten, a talent agent who subsequently signed her to the agency for the performing arts in Los Angeles. While pursuing acting classes, she also worked. Grier's talent was soon noticed by film producer Roger Corman, leading to an opportunity to shoot an action film in the Philippines. During this time, a basketball star named Kareem Abdul-Jabbar expressed his desire to marry her and settle down. However, she remained steadfast in her determination to pursue her acting career. Throughout the 1970s, Grier emerged as a prominent figure in the action genre, specifically in films referred to as black exploitation or blaxploitation. Although these films often perpetuated stereotypes of African American communities and culture, they also showcased African American heroes, which was groundbreaking for its time. Additionally, it was uncommon for movies during that era to feature female leads. As Pam's career progressed, she gained recognition as a renowned action hero. Presently, Pam Grier continues to act while also pursuing various other interests. For instance, she has been involved in assisting her sister Gina and brother Rod in establishing an ethnic design shop on Santa Fe Drive in Denver, back to city she loves. Despite her successful career, Pam maintained a deep affection for the city she considered her home. In 1998, the mayor of Denver, Wellington Webb, proclaimed October 13th as a day of celebration in honor of Pam Grier's achievements. Pam actively contributed to her community, and in 1999, she played a pivotal role in organizing an art auction involving celebrities at the Denver Central Library. The proceeds from the event were dedicated to supporting young mothers and babies in need of medical assistance. During the same year, she collaborated in establishing Shaka's Place, a community center where children could acquire valuable technological skills. As of 2024, Pam Grier is currently single. Though she never married, yes, she came close, many times but failed. Net worth fact. As of January 2024, Pam Grier net worth is estimated around $5 million US.